that's the
Good morning.
requirement.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello, folks.
Nicer than I have in my house.
Get comfy.
How you doing,
I might take a nap.
Matt? You okay? No.
I am a victim of the casino.
Who else was hanging out last night? Anybody else? It's okay.
Don't lie. Who else is on
We
over?
saw you.
That's what they're here for, aren't they?
That's why I'm here.
So, how many of you were with us in the Caribbean? So we got to talk with these fine gentlemen, and we just got to see the wealth of knowledge that they have about everything, not just John Bongiovi, but everything around the whole organization. So let's start. Since we're overseas, I want to talk to you guys about the London Live album. Let's start with Obie. You pretty much controlled that whole process of One Wild Night. What do you want to share? Since we're overseas, I figured we'll start like that.
Well, when it comes to the live world, the guy in the band pretty much give me a lot of latitude. I get to put together.
Attitude or attitude?
I know. No, latitude. I looked it up before I came down here. I wanted to make sure I had one $5 word. And that'll be it. That's going to be the smartest thing I say all day. Latitude. So, when the band plays and they're doing a show, I look at it as an audience member. Because you become a fan. Even if you don't want to, you sort of get sucked into that, all of a sudden you're a fan. And I've done broadcasts, Matt will tell you. And then, because I've got a feed, I've got a camera feed, so I'm watching what is on one of the screens. And you start to watch it and you forget to do the job. Like a guitar solo will come up and I'll go, oh man, that's great, I wish that solo was, oh yeah. So you do the live stuff and I sit down and I go, here's what I think works great. Because the band has a totally different outlook on how a show went. I mean, they'll say, oh, that wasn't a great one, and I go, you guys are great. It's great because they're having their own personal, dealing with it while they're on stage. If they make one little mistake, it wasn't a good show. But when you look at it from the audience perspective, and that's the only way you can look at it. It's a great show because you get pulled in, and you see those moments where John will sing Bed of Roses or a ballad like that, and you look at the people, and for the audience, all those other people sort of melt away, and they get that one-on-one experience. It's like the band is playing that song just to them. So I try to pick those moments and put them in the live performance, the records and the videos. So they give you a lot of leeway. I'll sit down and go, here's what I think should work. And you get feedback from them, and ultimately John makes the call. And most of the time they let me do in that arena what I want. They give me a lot of latitude.
Yeah.
You okay, Matt?
This boat's rocking.
I know.
It is.
This is a bad joke right now.
The boat is drunk.
I'm either looking at you going like this or not.
Yeah.
I think it's the boat.
Look at the horizon, look at the horizon.
Hey man, how's it going? Let's ask you some questions.
Please do.
In London, was it this rocky? No, but aside from that, did you have a hand in any of that? Were you like the visual producer or anything like that?
Zero.
What did you do? Nothing.
No. I'm the untalented Bongiovi.
Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and dismiss that. Let's dismiss that. So, yeah, give it up for this guy. That we know that you're there.
I'm there, but
doing
nothing
stuff.
to do with that production.
No,
The only part that I have to do with is making sure he shows up. And that's challenging.
I try. But you know what, Matt, you get to a point, so it's like a family, right? And Matt has always been there. And Matt and I, when we fly very close to one another. And then Matt always had, so Matt was usually by John's room. He's the security for that part of the hallway. He's right near John's dressing room. But every day, Matt had some great one-liner that just summed up the whole day. And I always wanted to, I never took a pad and paper because I wanted to write everything down and just make t-shirts. And then the whole line would be, Matt says. And it was just one thing. And this is the first tour, this one we had this summer, that you weren't there.
First time in 25 years,
Yeah.
I was not on.
And we had a band dinner early on. We all had a toast. It's Matt Bongiovi. And it's true. And I remember raising my glass and I go, let's have a toast to Matt. And your brother went, Matt who? I go, see? That's what happens. Boy, how quick they forget.
Yeah, no, it was kind of weird, honestly. It was, again, first time in 25 years I wasn't on tour, and watching it unfold on social media was weird. It really was. It was pretty wild. But a lot of you all had some great footage from those shows.
Speaking of footage, I don't mean to step on you. All of you that have flashes and everything, if you could go ahead and turn those off. Turn off all your cameras and everything, especially you shining your light dead in my eye. I appreciate it. Thanks so much, everyone.
Nobody else had one but just you.
Okay, thank you, G. I'm sorry.
No, so it's it's bittersweet. So I just like clap some hands and it's man, now I feel like John, like you really can't see anybody. So just by clap of hands, who all went to some shows in Europe this summer? I'm jealous, for sure. To see this particular summer unfold, again, history made again, and revisiting Moscow for the first time in 30 years. It was almost, I guess, a month to the day. 30 years prior that the guys have played Moscow. To start in Moscow and end in Tel Aviv, selling out stadiums still around the world. Pretty fucking cool.
Which other cities are you mad that you missed out on?
I'm asked the question often of what's my favorite place. And one time I actually tried to count the places I've been and visited, and it's 80 some odd countries. I honest to God can't pick one because truly every place is unique for its own thing. I can tell you places I don't want to go back.
Let's go there.
No.
The boat right now.
No, but it's I've been blessed. Man, I've seen the world 10 times over. And it doesn't suck traveling with a rock band. We'll leave it at that.
What are your favorite parts, I guess, of just kind of mixing and mingling with everybody, like just fans from all over the world, especially like in a venue kind of like this? I mean, this is a unique opportunity being on the boat, and you actually get to get the feedback from the fans that are watching these shows everywhere and just
They'll hunt me down to
appreciate it.
give me feedback.
Oh, is that right? Uh-oh.
I need to talk to you.
Yeah, they'll give you their opinion.
Do you get that
No, I'm
also?
afraid to tell.
Yeah.
I think I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, honestly, what I think this organization has been Bongiovi organization, it is a family, and you all are part of that family. You know, it's always been important to us to connect and you know, to bring you all into our worlds, right? So I'm gonna embarrass these two up here.
Come here, those two.
I've watched these two grow up. How many Runaway events have you guys been to? Like 12, 15? Probably, right? Close to it. Literally watched them grow up. So this is a prime example of what this Bongiovi family is.
Absolutely. And if you're in the Caribbean business, you might recognize them
All right, sit down.
from the karaoke. Don't worry, you'll be on stage later. We'll give you some more shot later on.
Are you guys doing karaoke this time?
You doing it again? Yes, they're doing it again. Coming back. Obie, how do you react to feedback? I mean, you have mixed, mastered, and basically crafted the sound for 100 million albums. What do you do with the one guy that says, yeah, I couldn't hear this song very well. Yeah, you could have done this. You should have turned this up. How do you act?
Yes. You better be thick-skinned if you're gonna do this. Because, you know, I see stuff, like, I don't go on social media. I don't, because, you know, I don't, you know, I see people post stuff and it's like, I'm down the shore, I'm eating a slice of pizza. Oh.
Obie has the iPhone 1.
It's true.
I'm not kidding.
It's true. But, so people will send me stuff that's like negative. Like, hey, I saw this, and they sent it to me, and it's like somebody said, oh, I heard that mix, you suck. And you go, you have to take it with a grain of salt. It's like, you know, but it's surprising the amount of, the fans are, you know, they know it's not good. And they'll tell you, you know, it's a smart bunch. You can't get away with something. You know, they call you on this stuff. So, but, you know, we have a very astute, you know, audience. And the thing is, they'll go to a different show and they'll hear a song that they've heard, you know, however many times before, and they'll say, you know, I like the other one better, I like this one better. But, you know, I take it, you know, when you see that negative stuff, you gotta go, you can't make everybody happy. Is that the end?
It's the espresso machine.
Are they backing up? Are they parallel parking this thing? You know, I got up this morning and, you know, I turned the TV on, I look at the bow camera, and I go, there's a lot of water. And in reality, this is a little tiny boat. And you go, oh, I hope nothing goes wrong. I'm going to tell the captain, that sucks. You know, you get feedback from the fans on the set list, you know, how the set list was put together, and they'll come up and actually talk to you about performances, and they'll go, I love this show when you did this song, I didn't like this show when you did this song, and you go, you know, it's not, they're just not there, you know, they're paying attention, and they see the stuff, and I've had people talk to me about the sound, like at an outdoor event, right? If the wind's really blowing, the high end gets